If you've never been to Kauai, we're here to help, showing you top activities and attractions from around the island, starting with the most epic thing you could possibly do there. I'm Reaz Mahmood, a top international travel influencee. My wife Stacy and I are on a quest to extract maximum joy from minimum effort. We don't need to be there, but we're going anyway. Join us for some blatantly unnecessary travel. Nothing says midlife crisis like a helicopter ride over an island paradise. In my case, this was a trip to celebrate my 50th birthday. But whether you're old or just old at heart, this video is for anyone who wants to make the most of their time in Kauai. Kauai is often regarded as the most beautiful of Hawaii's islands. While there are a number of ways to experience its marvels, exploring it by helicopter is the one special way that'll make you feel like you've peeked into the realm of the gods and seen something your brain wasn't meant to handle. Seriously, if you can splurge on just one thing in Kauai, this should be it, assuming you can handle the sensations of occasional turbulence in a small craft. If your trip is during the shoulder or off-season, I'd recommend scheduling activities such as a helicopter or boat ride as early as possible in case there are any weather-related cancellations. That way you can book for another day and hope your powers of manifestation improve by then. Having seen it from above, let's circumnavigate the island, starting in the east and looping clockwise. The first place where we felt like we were really in Hawaii was the Lava Lava Beach Club because it let you enjoy a meal right on the beach. There were a number of good vegetarian options for sensitive guys like myself. After a meal, you can meander by the ocean. Be sure to leave by retracing your steps backward to throw your enemies off track. You can never be too careful. While the east side is less spectacular than the other shores, there are some popular stops, such as Opaeka'a Falls along the Wailua Heritage Trail. Lydgate Beach Park is another top attraction. It's a good family-friendly place to walk around or enjoy a picnic. There's a play area for kids as well as public restrooms. Best of all, even when the weather is a bit dynamic, protected saltwater pools provide relatively safe swimming or snorkeling, where you might see some of these creatures. I'm guessing I don't have enough abs to do this. The east is a great place to stay if you're looking for convenient access to most things, but the south is almost as convenient with drier weather and better scenery, so let's head that way. Shipwreck Beach is a popular destination for activities like cliff jumping, surfing, and sitting. Of the beaches we explored on Kauai, I might put this one at the very top of the list for sheer fun. There's nothing like the thrill of running away from a difficult situation. We got tossed around like misinformation on the internet.
This beach is a little bit more intense to swim in, but I'm gonna go back in with this camera so I can see if I can get some cool shots of the waves. The colors are just really beautiful. This is less crowded than Poipu Beach for sure.
It is.
I like this.
Speaking of which,
I'm cold, you're cold.
Poipu Beach is one of the most popular spots in Kauai. While this beach can get crowded, the barrier-protected water is quite clear, making it delightful for snorkeling.
Oh, it's so easy to read in this room.
What?
It's so easy to read in this room. Yeah, check it out.
These folks might stand a better chance in the wild than me. Around sunset, something magical happens on Poipu Beach. Hawaiian green sea turtles come home from a hard day at the office to nest on the shore. You'll need to stay outside of the protected area marked by cones. I love watching the social interaction of animals. Something really endearing about turtles is that if one gets stuck on its back, another one might help roll it back upright, assuming the vulnerable turtle has the appropriate documentation indicating citizenship. Aw, you go, turtles. Right next to Poipu Beach is Breneke's Beach. There's also a famous hot dog place, Puka Dog, very close to these beaches. They do have a vegetarian dog. I'm told that people on the internet like to watch other people on the internet eat. I mean, if that's what y'all want. I enjoyed this hot dog with jalapeno sauce and pineapple relish. I tried another hot dog later that day with habanero sauce and coconut relish, and I didn't think it was too hot. Having said that, the star of this show was the lemonade. It's reason enough to visit Puka Dog. Up next is Spouting Horn. This is a blowhole created by the force of waves crashing through a lava tube. According to farmers, it can shoot up to 50 feet high, and the whoosh of the spraying water is often followed by a low moaning sound. I bet. Moving further along the south shore, let's stop in Hanapepe. This area, seemingly from another time, might not be for everyone, but we found it charming. There were a number of art galleries and an unexpected find as we searched for gifts.
Well, we did it. We found 100% organic Kona coffee.
Before exploring the west, there's one place we definitely had to stop at. Alright, we got the JoJo's shaved ice. And we got it local style, which adds macadamia nut and mochi. I've just been informed by Stacy that a lot of people are picky and it's shave ice, not shaved ice. I guess I'm the jerk here. Okay, I am absolutely stunned at how good this shave ice is. This is not some dumb snow cone that you might have had as a kid. This is amazing. I'm diabetic. I'm not really supposed to have much sugar. If this is the way I die, I'm okay with it, because it is freaking delicious. Okay, now let's go further into the beautiful, spectacular Waimea area.
More on the west side. It's very deserty. Feels like alien terrain.
See what I mean? Looks like Mars or something. Shout out to oxidation, am I right? We found a number of stops along Waimea Canyon Drive to take in the scenery, and the road itself was pretty fun. Waimea Canyon is known as the Grand Canyon of the Pacific, and it absolutely lived up to the hype. Even though the main overlook was closed when we went, there were plenty of spots to gaze down at its wonders.
Hey!
As we moved northward, we encountered a different climate.
Stacy and I agreed that this is a good place for a rain jacket. Look out, it's the fog. I've only seen something like this in Norway.
Here's a clearer view of the Napali Coast, which we'll see more of toward the end of this video. It's the stretch of island that's too rugged for a roadway to go through, so we'll see it by boat. Well, you'll see it on a screen. Looking at this scene, I felt a deep sense of gratitude and reverence for the island, a feeling some might describe as mystical, or even super. Since you can't go all the way to the North Shore, you'll have to return south. You could make one more stop while you're in the area.
Before returning to our hotel area, we decided to hook a right and go to Kekaha Beach Park.
Okay, let's move on to the North Shore, skipping past the northwestern Napali Coast region for now. We'll begin at the Dry Cave, just across from the parking lot of Haena Beach.
We're inside the Dry Cave, and this is a safe place to walk. Go to the end of the Dry Cave. Let's touch the end of the Dry Cave.
Together.
Together.
On video.
Forever.
Forever.
You ready?
Right here. There's a spider right there.
Where's the spider?
Right where you're gonna put your hand.
Oh, cool.
No, no. It's not cool. Right here.
Okay. Alright, ready? Oh. We touched the the dry cave. You know, whenever I was in smaller caves, I always dreamt about like being in a bigger cave someday. And it happened. It happened. Okay, let's cross the road to Haena Beach. With the weather being kind of rough, we can only go up to this cone. Warning, don't breakdance on the ocean. We rolled the dice with shoulder season travel in November, knowing that we might not always be lucky with weather. Well, we made it to Haena State Park, but the weather is not cooperating today, so we can't really explore it because it's basically closed.
And we don't want to die.
While we can't show you some of the spots inside Haena State Park, like Kekaha Beach or the Kalalau Trail, we'll show you some other popular spots on the North Shore. Very close to Haena State Park is the 17-acre Limahuli Garden and Preserve, National Tropical Botanical Gardens. This place is quite worthwhile for those who are into horticulture, and you can also find out a lot more about Hawaiian culture. You receive a booklet with your ticket that describes the focal points along a numbered pathway, detailing the types of plants, interesting facts, and Hawaiian legends related to what you're seeing along the way. In all, it took us about 2 hours to complete the loop, taking our time along the way at the stops we were interested in most. From there, it was on to Hanalei Bay, one of the most popular areas of Kauai, probably because it rhymes. I couldn't help but think of the contrast, flying over the bay in a doors-off helicopter just a couple of days before.
Boy, it looks a lot less scary from this vantage point.
This area is much calmer in the summer, making it good for activities like snorkeling or paddleboarding. But in the winter, it's much more suitable for experienced surfers. On some days, as was the case this day, it was too dangerous for swimming. But here's a place on the North Shore that stays surprisingly calm even in the winter. Anini Beach was among my favorite places in Kauai. It was so calm and serene, which might possibly be the same thing. After a quick stop to look at the Kilauea Lighthouse, did it, let's head to our final beach on the North Shore, Kahili Beach. I think a local we talked with described it best by saying there really weren't any beaches that weren't nice on this part of the island. That said, if the North Shore is your priority because it's considered the most beautiful shore of the island, I think visiting closer to peak season is worth it. Thankfully, we got lucky, and I mean really lucky, with the weather for a tour of the most spectacular part of Kauai, the Napali Coast. Our initial plan was to launch from the North Shore, which has more interesting scenery along the way to the Napali Coast. But after 2 cancellations due to weather, we decided to launch from the South Shore. We were told that tours had been canceled even from here for the past 5 days, and that what we were getting was about as calm as it got this time of year. So yes, closer to peak season is not a bad idea at all if your primary reason for visiting Kauai is experiencing the stunning beauty of the Napali Coast. Go ahead and change your birthday or anniversary if you have to. Lastly, if you're not familiar with how Hawaii became a US state, I recommend learning more to get a clearer sense of the history and cultural dynamics.
So far, 2 thumbs up for 50.
Yes. I'll go for another 50. Whoa. We're racing the sunset.
We end today's journey with a segment called Travel-Sized Tales, miniature stories for people on the go who want to enjoy literature, but not too much. What if we're living inside a simulation that's inside another simulation? Dylan asked. I still need your share of the rent from last month, Justin said. Dylan sipped his premium coffee, reflecting on how money is just a construct. Aloha, and mahalo for watching.